Hi, I didn't see you there. I was too busy playing with my little world that I created for my Puffles. I'm Mrs. Ballow. I am the art teacher at Shady Oak Primary School, and I'm glad you found my video. I wanted to show you what I did to kind of enhance my little Puffle kit that I had. I made this little world for these little Puffle guys, and I wanted to show you what I did, and maybe you can be inspired, and maybe you can figure out stuff that you can do to make your Puffle kit even cooler. Come in, let's take a closer look and let's see what I have. First things first, let's take a look at the Puffles that were made from this kit. These Puffles were actually made by my kid, and then I made all the accessories. So let's check this guy out. He is listening to, it looks like an iPod. He's got a little string for the headphone cords. This was before he got his AirPods, right? And he's got little headphones on, and the little iPod is made from a little piece of foam sticker. And so he's chilling in his little chair right here. And then this guy that I was playing with, he's gone scuba diving. His goggles are made from pipe cleaners, as well as his snorkel. His flippers are from a piece of foam that got cut in half to make flippers. And then he's even got his little mouth where he holds onto his snorkel. And then his little glasses or goggles are glued to his little head. You could just as easily let them off, and you could take them off whenever you wanted. And then these guys in here, this is a baby Puffle, so cute. He's got little crazy red eyes, and then a tiny heart for feet, and his hat is made from a pom-pom and pipe cleaner that was glued on there. And he comes out and he's sitting in a little high chair. And Grandma, I'm going to turn it a little bit because Grandma is glued into her chair so she didn't fall out. She's actually knitting with a knitting needles made from a, what is that? Toothpick. Yes, that's a toothpick. And pipe cleaner and a pom-pom for a yarn ball, and then they're glued into her little hands. And then there's a bunny Puffle right here. And this little dude is made from paper and pom-poms and some paper feet and eyeballs. And then one last Puffle, which is the bird back here. And this little guy is made from pom-poms and some flower petals for a tail, and then has a really long pipe cleaner so that you could stick it in his little birdhouse right here. So those are the Puffles. Let me get them out of the way. Now, what about the stuff? I'm going to move everything that's going to fall off, and then I'll pick this up and show you. So this furniture is made from an egg carton. These are the little egg cups, and that's from the middle divider, the top of the egg carton. Even the flower pot is made from the tippy top of the little egg dividers. And I just cut them out and painted them. The birdhouse is also made from an egg carton. This is the cup, and then this part right here and the part down there are part of the little dividers. And then the furniture on the inside of the house is also egg carton. This was made, the high chair was made from an egg carton cup and one of the dividers. And I'll take him out. And then just a piece of foam glued on the top. Grandma's chair is made from an egg carton and has been embellished with this crazy heart sticker. So that's all from egg cartons. And then other things that I used were a toilet paper roll. Let's turn this sideways for the tree. I put a napkin that I wadded up on top for the tree, made the trunk out of a toilet paper roll, and then cut a little flange around the edge to make sure that I could glue it down to my cardboard box. It's easier than trying to take the toilet paper roll and just glue right here. All you have to do is cut little slits around the edge and then flatten them out, and that gives you something easy to glue on. And then this little piece was also made from a piece of a toilet paper roll, and this is some green like Easter fuzz. And then there's some little wadded up tissue paper for the flowers. That's also how I made the campfire with wadded up tissue paper. I just got some sticks from the backyard, hot glued them together, and then made little paper wads and hot glued them on there so it looked like a fire. The house that I have here was made from a piece of cardboard that was flat, and I folded it up to be this kind of three-dimensional shape. And then the lid is a hot dog holder, like that you get when you go to a food truck, right? And I just made it so I could take it off and play and then put it back on, and it would look like a lid. So there's my little world that I made, and there you go. So you should have noticed that I used a lot of recycled materials when I made my little Puffle Playscape over here. I used an egg carton, and I used a toilet paper roll, and this was kind of like a hot dog container, hot dog holder, whatever you want to call them, takeout food. I used that, and I wanted to kind of show you the pieces parts from these that I used. So for the birdhouse and the table, I used these little dividers in the egg carton. The egg carton that I used to make the birdhouse had the really tall kind. This one does not. But you can use the little cups for chairs. You can use this piece to make for the table. You can even use these little guys for something. The top of my table was made from the top of a flat egg carton. This one's not flat, it's got holes in it, but man, what else could you do with holes? Yeah, lots of stuff. So for the toilet paper roll, all I did to make the bottom of the tree was I cut little slits all the way around and then flattened them out to make what looks kind of like roots. It's called a flange, and that keeps it from trying to have to glue this part right here, and so it won't be so super wobbly. Another thing you can use is what I like to call weird cardboard. This was the inside of some sort of packing material. I don't remember what it was, but I think it looks kind of cool, and actually it makes me think of a spaceship when I look at it kind of from the side. Like this is the front, and then maybe this is the tail fin. So I could take this cardboard and paint it and decorate it with paint and markers, and then use it to play with my little Puffles too. So that's something else you can do. You can also use the coffee cup that your kit came in. Let me get it, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my coffee cup. It's got a couple of different pieces, as you can see. It's got a sleeve, it's got a cup, and it's got a lid. And you can do all sorts of different things with these pieces. This coffee cup, I just took and cut kind of a little hole out of, and then used the rim here to make a little roof area. And it can be a little house for my Puffle to live in, or a little shelter. You have to use your imagination. It could be any kind of house. I could have taken the napkin from here and made a tree top. Maybe it would be a tree house that this little Puffle was living in. Painted it brown. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. But this is the basis for like a little house. And then this is an airplane. It's funny, as I was looking at this, I turned it sideways and I thought, oh, it almost kind of looks like a car or something. And then I took this piece and I undid this little edge right here and turned it into airplane wings. And so I used part that I cut out. I cut a hole here. I used part that I cut out to make the tail, and then I flipped this guy up so it can be a windshield. And I used the little plastic cup that your sparklies and things came in, and I just kind of stuck it in there so it would be a chair for the little Puffle to sit in while he was flying in the airplane. And then I used the brad here on the lid. I'll take it off so you can see it poked through with a little bead right here, and it is a propeller that turns. And so you can glue these all together if you want it to stay together permanently, but I didn't, so I could show you the inside. So there's some cool things that you could make. This could have easily just have easily been a submarine. You didn't have to put the wings on it. You could have turned this guy upside down and glued it on, and it could have been like a little submarine. Put a different nose on here and different, so it's only limited by your imagination. So just take a look, think about what it could be, and then start making, because that's really the fun part, right? Cool. Well, I hope you have fun with your Puffle kit, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.